What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with a Morgan Le Fay Legendary Horseman Scourge review video for you all. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the second Scourge run that's actually upcoming for Pestilence, respectfully unlocking Morgan Le Fay, as well as how you guys can prepare in advance. I know this was short notice, but the good news is if you guys did decently well, or at least started some progression made in the previous Scourge run, you could be very well close to unlocking Morgan Le Fay right away, or as well waiting for the payouts and so forth. But there is a couple of things that's going to be changed with the second event, so that's what I'm going to talk about first, and as well as how you guys can prepare the best characters and teams to utilize for each node, building upon the first Scourge. So this table that I have on screen here, guys, this is actually what I used to track the progression made on the first Scourge run. It gives us a sense of the team levels needed, the number of Scourges that were activated, as well as the ending points total. And to the far right in that column, that's ultimately the level of Morgan Le Fay in stars that you would have unlocked, assuming you're able to finish all the runs. Keep in mind too, because now we actually have the payout in the shards from the first Scourge run, assuming you completed it, the stars is likely going to be higher on that end. So I would take that last column with a grain of salt, more so just focused on those of you who are looking to unlock Morgan Le Fay, or just aiming to add more shards. Either way, it's a free-to-play event, and we could definitely try to take advantage. So let's get this started, guys. Difficulty 4, if you guys did not get a chance to unlock her, just a kind reminder that you don't actually need Web Warriors or the Dark Hunters to actually go through difficulty 4. A team level there, therefore, is not applicable, but you do actually need to activate all the Scourges in order to even unlock 493,000 points. And if you didn't unlock Morgan Le Fay before, you'd be pretty darn close. What I actually added at the very bottom here is the ranking table and how that's paid out. Unfortunately, Scopely has not provided that rewards breakout yet, because I'm assuming this is going to be a little different due to the fact that now anybody that's fully unlocked Morgan Le Fay with max shards, they're not going to be in our pool. So the ranking will likely be better for those of us who haven't unlocked all of Morgan Le Fay. Next up, if we finally start taking a look at the difficulties that actually require the Web Warriors, you can see you need about a team level of 400k with some Scourges activated, and that's going to get you 500k, and then likely landing you a 2 or 3 star or higher Morgan. In this case, likely higher because you guys would have unlocked her. And then as well, as I said earlier, this is just a guideline, right? A team level of 500k can get you around 600k points. 630k can land you about 1 million points. And then lastly, a 730, 800k plus team. Sky's the limit. I would actually push on beyond difficulty 8 with a couple of Scourges. You can see the landing point for me was 1.25 million, but if you guys are able to go through that for difficulty 8, you may even want to try difficulty 9, depending on how far your team has progressed since the last time. But that said, guys, how this event is going to be run a little differently is I did actually include a screenshot here previously. And keep in mind, if you guys are really close to Morgan Le Fay, bare minimum payout last time was 40 shards. I'm not sure what Scopely would have done since then to revise this, but assuming they use something better or the status quo similar, you're going to get at least a minimum payout of 40 shards at least. So that means if you guys are just 10, 20, 30 shards away from Morgan Le Fay, honestly speaking, you just need to participate, wait for the payout at the end of the event, and boom, you got her unlocked. So it could just be as easy as that. I would strongly encourage you guys, though, if you're able to go through and participate, definitely do your best in terms of seeing how far you can go, because you could never know. As you can see, you're never sure what the top 40 to 60% or 60 to 80% could land you at. So there's always that chance you can get more shards. Just food for thought. And as well as the red star, I'm not sure how that's going to translate, but we'll definitely take a look and see how that's going to be produced for us. Now, what I've also added to the right, guys, is just really short and sweet, is actually just the breakdown of the different nodes here, and as well as recommended team combinations. So the good news is I definitely do think that this event specifically has a better selection than the one we just recently experienced with Rogue being part of that Famine Scourge, just due to the fact that we have such a huge category for nodes 1, nodes 2. It groups that grouping of heroes, and you can leverage a lot of powerful heroes in the game. And even those of you that are free to play early to mid game, you likely would have powerful characters like Shang-Chi unlocked. So Cloak and Dagger is another good one that's available through Raid Store and Arena. So just a lot of heroes that are actually accessible. But as well, now we have access to Web Warriors and Young Avengers, the full synergies of them actually being included here now, and especially since we know that Young Avengers are the MVP team for the legendary Scourge event in Rogue and Famine. So that said, like I said here, these are some of the best teams to kind of give you a sense. Nodes 1 and 2, highly recommend Cloak Dagger. Eternals, the Secret Avengers, Shang-Chi, Web Warriors, Young Avengers. This is not an exhaustive list by any means, but definitely top recommendations. You guys are planning to push higher and higher. Next up, we can leverage some synergies here in the global nodes, being the team requirement. And Secret Avengers, as I noted earlier, are really good. And I actually added Dorm there as a acronym there, just because there's such a strong combination of characters in that Dorm acronym, being Doctor Doom, being Omega Red, Rogue, and Morgan Le Fay. So characters that, if you guys already unlocked them previously, you can leverage benefits there. Cherry's another good one. Agatha Harkness and Wong being part of that Darkhold team is definitely huge as well, and that's why I added them in there. If you have them being utilized, guys, you're gonna have a really good time with those 3 and 4. And then 5 and 10, we've already discussed. Web Warriors are honestly the only feasible team. Dark Hunters can make a pretty good dent as a sacrifice team, but honestly speaking, having the Web Warriors at the end of the day is really going to be the decider how far and deep you push into the Scourge. Next up, Villains is another good bucket as well, and we saw this experience in the last Scourge event recently with Rogue, but as well, if you don't have some of these characters like that one I kind of acronymed with DOM, being Doom, Omega Red, and Morgan Le Fay, it's definitely a little bit trickier. But other strong mentions is Ebony Maw for the defensive capabilities. We got Heartless Doctor Strange, who can provide some offense and support. Agatha Harkness, like I said, those two being part of that Darkhold team being utilized and needed for Apocalypse is going to be huge. We have Lady Deathstrike as well, so definitely some key mentions there. And then lastly, with Cosmic, another good section because it captures such a big bucket of powerful characters. So, you know, you can use actually the full Infinity Watch team if you wish. We got the Eternals once again that we leverage from nodes 1 and 2. Kestrel, we got Silver Surfer. Thanos is a good selectable mention there just because he can actually funnel energy into some fellow allies that actually need energy. You know, characters such as Doctor Strange, Heartless. So definitely you can try to use that as a potential combination if you don't have the other powerful ones I mentioned. Star-Lord T'Challa is a really good one. And as well, we've already seen that likely now Hero as Guardians is likely going to play a big part in the next Scourge event. And fortunately, most of their members can actually be used in the Cosmic nodes here as well. So there you guys have it, a quick and brief overview of the best teams here for these specific nodes, and as well kind of what to look forward to in this upcoming Scourge event. And like I said, this is expected to be shorter than the last one, so likely it's going to fall between 4 to 5 days. So let's take advantage if we can, guys, and try to maximize the shards as noted. Let's see what the payout's going to look. So good luck, you guys. I hope this video was able to give you a quick preview here in terms of what to expect starting tomorrow. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.